In this video, we're going to talk about Tulsa offensive tackle Tyler Smith, where he can go in this draft, his pros, his cons, what he needs to work on, and where I view him as an NFL prospect. Now, first off, let's talk about some of his measurables per mockdraftable.com. He's about 6'4", closer to 6'5" actually. Weighs 324 pounds. Has an E3 and 1/8 inch wingspan, and has 34-inch arms. So that's above average. It's about 65th percentile for arm length. So overall, his measurements look fairly good. I have him as my 4th ranked interior offensive lineman because I'm projecting him as a guard. I know you could project him as a tackle, and I think I might switch it up for my next big board. I'm using a big board that's over a month old at this point, but I think I could switch it up and put him a tackle next time around. He's my 42nd ranked prospect in this draft class, so a high second round pick. And Smith played nearly 1,780 snaps at left tackle for Tulsa, allowing 18 pressures and 2 sacks, which is really good for an offensive tackle. However, his technique is really raw. Contributed to 16 penalties he committed just this past season alone. Some of those issues, including surrounding the edge, and also, some of his maybe hip tightness or lower body tightness would be nullified if he got moved to guard, which is why I had him initially projected as a guard. I might switch that up in the coming days. I don't really know. I'm back and forth on it. I like the idea of putting him, or at least starting his career at guard, and then transitioning him outside the tackle if he plays well enough to make that move. Now, Smith needs significant work on his hands and footwork and pass protection. Sometimes his powerful hands get a little too low, and occasionally mistimes his punches, so he doesn't necessarily make contact the way he should, which allows defenders to kind of slip past him. As for his footwork, Smith doesn't have a smooth initial kick step and misses his marks at times, which leads to the holding penalties. He does not get to his landmarks as quickly as he should, and that's why edge rushers can win the outside, and that results in the holding calls. He also fails to reach his potential in the running game because of improper hand usage, which leads to surrendering leverage. And again, if he uses his hands better and activates them more often, is able to get that grip strength to the point where he's able to just grab guys and hold them. Because he has great grip strength. He just has to get engaged and stay engaged with defenders. Then he can really drive guys around the running game because he has the power to do it. He has tremendous power, just not the form right now to consistently make full use of that. Now, on the positive side, as I just said, Smith has power for days. They can maul defenders in the running game with his vice-like hands, capable of locking down rips once deployed. So as soon as he gets into you, if he can hold you down, he's going to win. I mean, it's over. Smith packs a powerful punch, and his anchor is one of the best in this class. And as I said, he's got the arm length, the 34-inch arm length, the size, about 6'5", 324 pounds. That's unteachable. That's stuff you're just born with, stuff you just develop naturally. Those are the unteachable elements coaching staffs will love. And the Tulsa product doesn't have the swiftest feet, but I wouldn't consider them heavy either. He moves fairly well, as shown by a 5.02 40-yard dash and a 1.71 10-yard split, which both rank in the 90th percentile among offensive linemen according to mockdraftable.com. So there you have it. That's my little breakdown, Tyler Smith. If you like content like this, feel free to check out some of my other videos that I have on this channel. I've covered mostly smaller school prospects up to this point, but as we get closer to the draft, I'm hoping to maybe talk about some more of the more prominent players and give brief 3 to 6 minute breakdowns of some of the guys. So check back the channel for some other content like that in the coming days, and check out some of the previous content which is still relevant.